What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men series Build-A-Figure Apocalypse series. This is Multiple Man. What we're going to do now is take a little break, get them opened up, and then we'll have a better look at the figure inside. So stay tuned, everyone. So here we have Multiple Man posed and out of the packaging. Before we have a look at the figure, let's take a look at his Build-A-Figure piece. Multiple Man does come with the right leg of Apocalypse, which is really nice, and we'll have a better look at that when we have a look at Apocalypse. So moving on to the figure here, he does come with 3 heads. He comes with the head that he has on him right now. He's showing some teeth. He comes with a masked head where he's smiling. And then he also does come with an unmasked head. And all the heads look really good. The ones with the mask on, the paint on the yellow is a little blocky, and that's kind of the issue I've been having with all these X-Men figures. But with that out of the way, guys, let's actually have a better look at Multiple Man, shall we? So here we have a better look at Multiple Man, and I have to say they did a really good job on the head sculpt. Now, the paint is the only place I really have an issue, and it's mainly with the heads where he has a mask on. You can see the yellow isn't really done all that well. It is really thin at the top, and I don't know how well it's coming off on camera, but in person it is really thin, and you can see some blue peeking out. It's been an issue that I've had with every X-Men figure, that they've had a lot of paint issues. So I don't know if it's just Hasbro's putting these out one after another and the quality of the paint is slipping, or if it just is sloppy on mine. I don't know if yours has issues like mine. Please let me know down in the comments. But moving on to his costume, this is what I was talking about. This line is really, really fuzzy. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is really fuzzy going right here. And then the tip of this triangle is really, really fuzzy. You can see a lot of blue is peeking out through there. You can see right there. It's not the cleanest paint job that we've seen. And we know Hasbro can do really amazing paint jobs. Even on the ribs, you can see it's really thick in some parts, and it's actually really, really bad on this side. So Multiple Man here does have a lot of paint issues. At least with the yellow. He's mainly a blue figure, but I do like his coat. The coat is a really nice piece, and up here they did actually put a wash in, and that wash looks really, really nice. I only wish that they had continued the wash throughout the jacket, because it seems like a missed opportunity not to have the wash throughout the jacket. I don't know, maybe that's just me nitpicking, but it looks nice having this weathering here on his collar, but then when you get to the jacket, it's all pristine. And then another thing I noticed is that his jacket is 2 different colors from the sleeve to the actual coat itself. You can see his coat is actually lighter than his sleeves. I'm pretty sure there's a way that Hasbro could have done that so that this wasn't an issue, but you can see on mine the coat is actually lighter than the sleeves. And this is actually a coat we've seen several times. It was on Red Skull, Nick Fury, Spider-Man Noir. I believe this was also on Punisher, but not the Netflix Punisher. These arms, however, do belong to the Netflix Punisher because they do have a bicep swivel and a swivel in the elbow. But it looks really nice, and I'm glad they went with these ones rather than the ones that we've had with Red Skull. And there's not much more to say about his costume. It's just blue all the way down to his boots, so it's almost like he's wearing a blue onesie. But then again, that's what most superhero costumes are. Still, overall, a really nice figure. So what we're going to do is get Multiple Man here compared to a few other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have Multiple Man posed next to a Marvel Legends Tiger Stripe Wolverine and a Marvel Legends Cyclops. And then here we have Multiple Man posed next to a Marvel Legends Black Widow and a Marvel Legends Sabretooth. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually take a look at his articulation. Now, Multiple Man does have quite a bit of articulation, and it's pretty good for Marvel Legends figures. He does have a ball joint in the head, but we get really little up and down movement on that ball joint. Really little side to side pivot, but we do get left and right rotation. He has a hinge which lets him look back about that far, comes down about that far. Arms on a ball joint go out almost complete horizontal. He does do a full 360. He swivels at the bicep. He has a single bend in the elbow, which gives us a little better than 90 degrees. And then we also do get rotation there at the elbow. He has a swivel and a hinge in the wrist. No issues there. And I do like that. He is using the standard Bucky Cat mold, so he can tilt back on his torso, but the jacket does get in the way. He actually does move forward, but on mine, you can see it's not really loose, but I'm not putting much effort and it's not really holding up too well, so that's just on mine. It's probably not on yours. He does have a waist swivel, which goes, it's pretty good. Legs do go forward and back. They go out. No issues there, because the coat is a really soft plastic, and I do like that. He does swivel at the thigh, double bend in the knee, swivel at the shin. We do have a hinge in the foot, which goes forward and back, and then forward facing pin for rocker ankle. So overall, pretty decent articulation on Multiple Man here. So what we're going to do now is take a little break, get on pose for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. So sit tight, everyone. And so here we have Multiple Man pose for my final thoughts. Overall, this is a really nice figure. It's not one that I was really excited for, but I can see how a lot of people would be excited for this figure, especially if you buy multiples of them. Me, unfortunately, I think I'm just going to stick to the one Multiple Man, because, like I said, it's not a figure I was really looking forward to, and I think the heads are like the shining point for this figure. If you can find Multiple Man and you're a fan of the character, I really do recommend you pick him up, especially if you're trying to army build Multiple Man, because that is kind of his power. And with the alternate heads, you can actually differentiate them quite a bit. I was lucky enough to pick up my Multiple Man, as well as the rest of the Apocalypse series, at my local comic book store. So huge shout out to Asylum Comics for getting these out for me so I could review them for you guys. If you can find Multiple Man in stores, he is going to run you about $19.99, which is standard for Marvel Legends figures. With that being said, guys, I'm King of Dragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, go check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other Marvel Legend videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.